All right, let's go to Virginia and we'll talk with Eddie. Hi, Eddie. What do you got for us tonight?
Hey, hey, Pastor Farley. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you and your ministry.
Well, thank you.
I was listening to you at work this morning, and you were studying on or teaching on the workers in the vineyard.
Yes.
And so I was curious about a passage that come to mind. I can't tell you the where it is, but you'll know. Where he returns, he says, "My reward is with me to give unto each man according to his works." And so I was just curious to know what that meant.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about that because, there actually are a few times in the New Testament where we're told according to what he has done, that sort of thing, according to his works or what he has done. And so you look at that and you think, well, could it be that somebody who does 82 things is going to get more reward than somebody who does 71 things? So not at all. I mean, in fact, as I said in the message you were hearing, isn't that the whole point of the parable of the vineyard workers? They all got paid the same. So, we are going to get paid the same, and here's why: because Jesus purchased it. I mean, when you get an inheritance, somebody dies and leaves it to you. And the reward in Colossians is called the reward of the inheritance. So a lot of Christians, we sort of have a theology of, here's my inheritance, and that's just kind of the basics, and then I'm going to get this reward like a cherry on top. But that's not the way Paul talks. I mean, in Colossians, Paul conflates the two, and he says there is the reward of the inheritance. Your inheritance is your reward, and your reward is your inheritance. They're one and the same. That's why, elsewhere we can read that we've been blessed with every spiritual blessing in Christ Jesus. Does that sound like levels to you? I mean, if you got every spiritual blessing, what else is there? There aren't levels. And in the parable, they're all paid the same. What does that tell us? Well, our sense of justice and fairness goes out the window. So you look at Revelation 22, and it says, "Behold, I'm coming, bringing my recompense with me to repay each one for what he's done." So at first glance, it might think, well, gosh, if I've done a lot, I'm going to get a bigger reward. But notice that reward is singular here. It's not about handing out prizes, plural. It's not about crowns, plural, where somebody's going to get 17 and somebody else is going to get just 4. This is reward singular, as we see in Colossians 3:24, the reward of the inheritance. So somebody dies, they leave it to you. Jesus says, "Behold, I'm coming, and I'm going to give it to you." So according to what he's done, well, that phrase here in Revelation 22 is about contrasting a believer versus an unbeliever. I mean, when you look in Revelation 22, I'm going to pull it up here for us, but when you look at the context of Revelation 22, it's really about two kinds of people on planet Earth. There's the unbeliever and the believer. And so, he's saying, how about let the one who does wrong, verse 11, still do wrong, and the one who is filthy still be filthy, and let the one who is righteous still practice righteousness, and the one who is holy still keep himself holy. What does that mean? Well, there's two kinds of people. There's the wrong, and then there's the righteous. There's the filthy, and then there's the holy. And so he's saying, don't seal up the words of the prophecy of this book. The time is near. And he's basically saying, hey, if you're doing wrong, have at it. Good luck with that. If you are expressing righteousness, keep on expressing righteousness, because guess what? The time is near. So that's the context of this passage. And then Jesus says, I'm coming, and my reward is with me. I'm the Alpha and the Omega. And he says, according to what each one has done. Who are the two kinds of people? Well, again, it's the filthy and the righteous. So there is no middle ground there. There's no gray area. There's no halfway. So, it's interesting because we try to say, well, what if I'm a 7 out of 10? Well, what if I'm an 8.4? Well, that's not, the passage doesn't allow for that. Verse 11 only allows for the filthy and the righteous. And so, what have you done? Well, what have you done with the gospel? What have you done with the truth about Jesus? Have you replied to him? Have you responded to the message? Because there's only good trees and bad trees. There's no 6.7s. There's no halfway good. That's the whole point of being born again. The old dies and you become a new creature. So if you were halfway good, you might get a halfway reward, but that's not the case. And that's why we see that equality in the parable of the vineyard workers. So I hope that helps with Revelation 22. The bottom line is God's not playing any favorites. There's no favoritism. There's no partiality. The gospel doesn't change when you hit the gates of heaven. It's grace upon grace upon grace. Otherwise, you know what? We wouldn't even make any sense at all. If we start with grace and end with works, that is a mixed gospel.